Oh, yes. All right. Good morning. Good morning and good night. Yeah, it's okay. It's 5:30 at night. Well, 12:30 a.m. It's all my fault. Yep. Um, I was looking to do this yesterday.
Yeah,
Yesterday. Let's have a quick look here. Give me 1 second.
yeah,
Yesterday. Am I coming through twice now? I'm coming through twice, aren't I? I feel like I'm coming through twice by capturing the desktop audio. 1 second. I feel like. That's better. Alright. So the problem is, last time, the YouTube, what do they call it, like YouTube webcam. It's nice and all, but yeah, the echo should be gone now. So this YouTube webcam thing is still very much in beta, and so it was kind of cool with the whole fuzzy business like around behind me and stuff, but the video was jerky, and so I would kind of bounce from side to side, and I watched it back later on, and I just got really frustrated, going, "This is absolutely terrible quality." So anyway, hopefully this is going to be better. Let's have a look here. Scheduling while you're getting ready for work. Good job. All right. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So this was going to happen yesterday. Yesterday being Sunday for me and Saturday for the States and things like that. Most of the rest of the world, but um, a few things kind of come up, and so I'm going to try and see how we go about sticking to a give or take every 2 weeks. We'll see. Some people wanted me to try and do it a little bit more regularly as we had more news and things, but we'll see how that goes. Um, so I suppose like a lot of people have been asking us what's happening with the wallets. So if we start with that and we can kind of go from there, I guess. So we have been working hard on we've got the core wallets are out. I'm not too sure if they were out by the time I'd done the last one. Were they out? They might have been. Anyway, so all of the core wallets are out for PC, which is great. It's nice they're finally out. We're finishing off the Android and iOS wallets, and we're also out on Coinomi and Abra. So we're making good progress there, which is cool. Um, I'm breaking up. Am I really? Let me bring up this again, because it shouldn't be. I wonder if it's just I've got the sensitivity too low or something, maybe. Anyway, so yeah, we're on Coinomi now, which is pretty cool for iOS. It's always been on for Android, but because we're not part of Apple's, they've got an approved cryptocurrency list. Now this is really weird because it's kind of funny as well. Bitcoin's on it, Litecoin's on it, Ethereum's on it, Dash is on it, which is okay, and Doge is number 5, which is on it. I kid you not, Dogecoin is on this list of approved cryptocurrencies for Apple, and it's really funny because I was talking with some of the Vertcoin guys, and the Vertcoin guys have had a wallet for a while now, and Apple are rejecting it. So we've also submitted ours now to Apple as part of the review process through the test flight and things like that, and it's been sort of it's been approved for that kind of thing for test flight, but I have a feeling this is going to come and yeah, Apple are special. Basically, we're not on the approved cryptocurrencies list, so this could be interesting trying to get us fully approved and fully released onto the App Store. Um, but the Android wallet's coming along. There's basically a couple of minor little things at the moment. We've got some really cool guys that have been working on it, and they've been doing some amazing, even just like little optimizations. So everything, if you've got your app now, when you actually, I've probably got it sitting on the phone here. Hang on 1 second. Let's see if we can do this. I wonder if this will actually work. 1 second. If I go into the DigiByte app, I wonder if this is actually going to show up okay. Hang on. So let me hit the okay. So you can see just like the little animations where it comes like folding out at the bottom and up the top with the syncing. I don't know if it showed up all right because of the contrast and things, but you've got the three dots which will bounce up and down along the screen, and it's really cool. So they've even done some nice little things like that, which, I mean, it's not going to directly affect the functionality, that stuff at least, but it looks nice and it adds to the overall feel and the polish. And so they've got a couple more things that they're working on at the moment. I think one of the developers basically said he's got a list of about 5 minor bugs that he wants to kind of just squash and get out of the way. But the Android one is pretty close to being finished, which is really cool. So that shouldn't be too far off then, and so we'll obviously tell people once it's finally on the store. I've been asked a bit about it as well from the Venezuela submission. So this is something that I've personally been working on for quite a while here. Actually, let me bring this up. So I've put it in the, let's pop it in the chat as well, even though it's in the description and things. Hang on. Let's have a look at this. Any harm in making a site to bid on sports with the only currency? No, you can bid on sports and things. I mean, your local jurisdiction might have other things to say about betting and stuff, but we're a decentralized currency. It's actually really funny. So I was going to do a video, kind of like a bit of a tongue-in-cheek video, and I was going to call it something along the lines of, whose permission do you need? Because we get people asking us, whose permission do I need to use the pictures and things? You don't need anybody's permission to use the DigiByte logo. It's up there, it's up on GitHub, and I think it's released under some kind of Creative Commons license or something like that. Whose permission do I need to build an application on top of DigiByte? Well, nobody's permission. We're a decentralized blockchain. You go do what you want. Whose permission do I need to talk to this business about them integrating with DigiByte? Again, nobody's permission. So I thought we could go through and make like a semi-polished video along those lines and just kind of have a bit of a laugh about it and make a bit of a joke about it, because we get asked all the time, like, whose permission do I need? Nobody's. Just go do it. It's totally fine. Like, that's the whole, it's a real mind shift change, because we are a decentralized blockchain. We have no central point of authority. And so I've been kind of mentioning this a bit more in my stuff, even recently on Twitter. Like, there was this one dude who tried picking a fight with me this morning on Twitter. That was first thing in the morning, and I'd just woken up, so that's a bad idea in the first place. But anyway, he's got this one particular article, and he seems to hold this one particular blog article about, I don't remember what it was about. It was like decentralized exchanges or something. And he's found this one article, and he's like, this one article is gospel, and they know something that nobody else knows. And it's like, well, no, you shouldn't take any one person or article or anything, like not even me, not even Jared, don't take Charlie Lee, not Roger Ver, like nobody, it's, you shouldn't take them as a central point of authority, except maybe Vitalik, he's cool, I like him, but, you know. So even what, even the things that I've been saying, don't take it as the central like point of authority. We are a decentralized blockchain for a reason. So anyway, with that out of the way, that was a nice little rant. I knew I'd probably have a couple of those today. Anyway, so I've got a couple monitors, so I'm going to flick and have a look between them. Actually, I wonder if I can, maybe I can do this. Give me one sec. Let's try and bring this one. What I can probably do, let's see if I can get this onto the cast. Hey, I can! How cool is that? Yes! Oh, look at that. Okay, so the DigiByte proposal. This is basically what I've been putting together and working on and trying to get out the door now. Actually, I wonder if I can. Give me 1 second here. Oh, yeah, we've got. Actually, let's just do this. Maybe I'll zoom that out a little bit. If you're watching this later on like a cell phone, I apologize. You're probably not going to be able to read this, but whatever. It's cool, I guess, for now. Let's roll with it. We'll see how it looks. Okay. So this is what we've been putting together. I thought it was pretty cool. So we've had a lot of help from Demir and things. He's been amazing with some of the documents and images and all that sort of stuff. And so he and a couple of others are behind promotedgb.com. You should definitely go and check them out because some of the stuff they do is cool. I love this, even just with the subtle kind of. Actually, can you see my mouse? Yeah, you can. Even with the subtle like D at the back there. Behind it in the background. I just think it's really cool. Anyway, so this is what we've been doing. This is what we've been working on. And is this important? Kind of yes, kind of not. So we've put through an executive summary. We read detail and we basically go into why we feel that DigiByte should be used in Venezuela. So this is something that I was actually talking with some of the other guys earlier on today about, was the sanctions that the United States has gone and put up against cryptocurrencies. Well, sorry, against any cryptocurrencies made for or by the Venezuelan government. Specifically, the Pedro coin, which we're not made for the Venezuelan government. So we were checking just to basically make sure, are we okay? Are we going to be in the clear? Or is there going to be any kind of problems with this? And so far, from the looks of it, I don't think we're going to cause any problems, but whatever. This is basically us detailing why we should be used in Venezuela. So David Hay has gone and started a project where basically he wants to donate I think it's 2 weeks worth of wages to the people of or refugees who are fleeing Venezuela and are currently, there's a lot of them in Cúcuta in Colombia. So 2 weeks worth of wages works out to be a couple of bucks, I think, US dollars. We've got here people in Venezuela earning only $5 over the course of an entire month. So yeah, we're talking what, like $3 or something like that for a person for 2 weeks worth of wages. It's incredible. It's really nothing, and it's kind of sad as well. It is sad. What am I talking about? So this project is something that he's kind of spearheading. He's got family that are from Venezuela, and he's basically, the idea is to get 300,000 people with 2 weeks worth of wages in cryptocurrency and just say to them, off you go. You can do whatever you want. If you want to then go and trade it straight away back into the local currency, or if you want to try and trade it for Bitcoin, you can do that. Bitcoin would kind of be dumb given the transaction costs and things, but we won't get into that just yet. And so this is what we've been talking about. Now this is basically going to be 300,000 people that would, over the course of a month, 2 months, 3 months, maybe a month or two, we'll say, are going to be using DigiByte, hopefully on a completely transactional day-to-day trading basis. So the idea is that we also, in addition to us putting forward this proposal, we want to do some additional help to get the merchants and things set up there. The reason that I'm mentioning all of this after I've mentioned the wallets is because the number one way that they're going to transact will be with their mobile wallets, because people aren't going to go and you're not going to carry around a laptop and your fully downloaded blockchain on your laptop, because that's just going to be ridiculous. Venezuela is kind of interesting because a lot of them even have phones up until recently. I think it's only sort of around about 2015 that hyperinflation really started to set in, and so they've still got some decent infrastructure over there for the most part, and so it's just yeah, it's ripe for this kind of a project, I suppose. Sorry, getting a dry mouth, one moment. Anyway, so this is a project that David Hay is kind of he's getting behind, and I've also been quite interested in it. So we go through here, we talk a little bit about the justification, why it's going to be a good idea, but this part here, protected from government manipulation and tampering, this is going to be the important part, because it's the government's fault basically for their massive hyperinflation, where yeah, they're doing the whole Zimbabwe thing and printing money, and it's stupid. It's not working out. So anyway, we go into it. It's really quite cool. We've got the technical history of it, some lovely little graphics here as well that Demir and PromoteDGB.com ended up making for us. We went through and we detailed the requirements for a currency to be mass adopted in Venezuela. Now this is really quite interesting because a lot of the other proposals didn't really go into this. They were just like, please pick us. We're the best. Please pick us. But I didn't personally think that was going to be good enough. So I've gone through and I've actually had a look at the sort of things that would be required for them to use it as a day-to-day currency. Everything. So we list speed, we list the mobile wallets. Hey, iOS and Android users, covering 95%. I've actually already had somebody ask me about Windows Mobile. I'm sorry, it's not on the list. I didn't know that Windows Mobile even was still around, but whatever. Spanish translations is obviously important, because if you're going to use a wallet and all you speak is Spanish and our wallets are only in English, like that's not really going to work. So it's funny because some of the other proposals left that off and they didn't even make mention of it, and their wallets aren't even in Spanish. So anyway, that's hilarious. Transaction capacity, 560 transactions per second at the moment. Some more cool little pictures as well. Our fees. Now this was the cause of some controversy, and I'll quickly go into it. When I've mentioned this in the past, straight away, like on their website, on their Discord channel, people have tried to pick it apart and basically say you can't use the average fees, you need to use the median fees. Now the reason a lot of people will say that is because the median fees will be significantly lower. The median fees, actually, I tell you what, let me see if I can really bring this up. Let's go dash transaction fees. I wonder if I can bring this up. Here we go. Average transaction fee. Yes, let's bring this across. Okay. So, and now my picture's covering it. Well, that's not freaking helpful. Let's just shrink me down a little bit there. Okay. Alright, so if we have a look here, the average transaction fee, so up here they were, jeez, I can't even, $1.60 US. That's ridiculous. But they've gone and they've been trying to decrease it lately. So an average fee right now is, it says at the top there, so 11.9 cents right now. I mean, that's, 11 cents. So if you're making 1 cent an hour, that's a day and a half's worth of work just for a transaction fee. But now this is where it gets interesting. So we'll change it over and we'll go median transaction fee. Oh, look, the median transaction fees look a whole lot better. And so I can't even get it to go all the way up there. Whatever. Anyway, their median transaction fees are down here. We're talking 1/10 of a cent, right? But the reason for that oftentimes is because you will have people send stuff to their wallet from an exchange, they'll sit on it, and then they'll send it back to the exchange. And that's it. You have one input and one output. Now, the way that the UTXO stuff works is you can take a bunch of inputs, and when you take a bunch of inputs, you end up using more data on the blockchain. When you use more data on the blockchain, the amount that you have to pay for a fee also increases. And so that's why we have the difference between that and that. Look at the difference. So that's freaking huge. $1.60? That's ridiculous. Anyway, so I'm not specifically trying to pick on Dash here, but this is specifically why we use the average and not the median, because the average is what they're actually going to be using in Venezuela when they are transacting on a daily basis, and they have a lot of inputs and a lot of outputs. So I'm hoping that's not been too kind of in-depth or boring. Anyway, let's have a quick look here. Speaking of the day-to-day transacting, have you used Wirex? Yep, I did. So I had one of these. Now here's the really funny thing. I had two different. It was Wirex. What was the other one? There was another one. Anyway, that's basically what LightPay is, and they've pretty much all been shut down. So Visa's gone along and shut them pretty much all down. And then then Litecoin come out with LightPay, or LightPay come along and partner with Litecoin. Whatever the hell actually happened, no one cares. Charlie Lee starts shilling it. It was terrible, and I'm sitting here and I'm talking with my mates. I got a couple of mates that I've got a little chat with, and we all mine DigiByte and stuff, and I'm talking with them, and I'm like, look, this is hilarious, because all of a sudden LightPay are coming out. They're basically just a credit card that takes cryptocurrency. Like, it doesn't specifically just have to be Litecoin. It could be, they could take like a dozen, like everything else, but whatever. So I'm talking with them maybe like a couple months ago going, this is just stupid. It's literally just a Wirex card. That's all it is. which is, I wonder if I've still got it. I've probably got it sitting on my desk somewhere. And for whatever reason, LightPay thought that they were special. They thought they were going to be different. They thought they were going to be the one to succeed. Now, there's already been like a dozen of these other different cards, and pretty much all of them, in fact, I think every single one of them right now is closed down. So why would LightPay all of a sudden be able to do it when nobody else can? It's literally just a partnership with Visa, and Visa aren't interested in cryptocurrencies right now. So yeah, we all saw how that turned out. It fell to pieces, and then Charlie Lee's like, sorry guys, I should have done more due diligence and looked into it. You didn't even look into it at all. What a waste of time that was. But that was hilarious nonetheless, and they got a lovely little pump out of the price, so good for them. Anyway, we'll quickly keep coming down here. Security, we talk about why security is important, obviously, for Venezuela. Tamper resistant, again important. You don't have some central authority that is distributing all of the coins and things like that, which we'll get into a little bit more. Fair mining distribution, no ASIC or GPU domination. Well, we're working on the GPU side. We're going to have to do the algo swap later in the year, but fueled by passionate volunteers. That's us. Yes. And some closing thoughts and a lovely picture. I actually thought it was really cool. Yeah, so that's what we've been doing lately, is putting this together. I think that it could be really cool. I think that DigiByte could be used literally by 300,000 people within the next month, and the network will be fine. It won't slow down. There won't have fee increases. It will just tick along nicely. The wallets should be out real soon as well. Anyway, so I talk a bit about it. We've got the video here where David Hay talks about... Actually, if I hit play, is that even gonna... Yeah, cool. Hey, look, it's even shilling me on it. How awesome is that? So he basically goes to a local orphanage, and then he's talking with the kids and things like that, and the people that run it, basically. That's what he changed the DigiByte for. There was all of the Venezuelan... Oh, that's heaps! Bolivar. It's the Bolivar? Yeah, the Venezuelan Bolivar. They literally just measure it by the pound, from what I understand. That's crazy. That's how devalued it is that he shows up with a freaking suitcase of the stuff. Anyway, so I want us to do this again. And I know I've kind of been bouncing all over the show a little bit here. Look, I'll make myself grow a little bit bigger, because why not? Yay. So this is what I want us to get behind. So this is a local charity that is, I'm not too sure exactly what the whole story is there, and to be honest, I need to look into this more myself. But it's basically, it's a school, bunch of kids, and the idea behind this is that he wants us to help him. So he's going to get internet access for the school. He's going to pay for that himself, and I told him that I would like for us to continue helping and supporting down there. And so as a school, I think it could be a really cool idea. We're literally investing in the future of the children. There's even, yeah, here we go. So it's translated from the website. On top of these tablets, so 30 tablets, 30 rugged covers, because, kids are kids no matter what part of the world they're from. And if they're anything like, my nieces and nephews, a tablet wouldn't last too long without a nice rugged cover. So we're going to sort that out, and some basics as well for the school. So money is obviously pretty hard to come by, and so we're looking at even just little things like scissors and pencils, colored blocks, tissue paper, cardboard. But this is going to be an interesting one. 15 school tables. Logistically, we're not too sure how we're going to get that shipped down there, but we'll work on it. Anyway, so approximately it's going to come to $2,500. It's not a lot. It's about 140,000 DigiByte at current rates. Now, the thing is I know we're obviously in a bear market right now. Everybody's looking at their wallet going, everything is red. In fact, actually, let's have a quick nosy at CoinMarketCap today, just for the hell of it. Hey, look, it's green. Today's the perfect day. Just go donate everything, guys. It's totally fine. We're on the up and up. Anyway, so here's the donation address. I'm starting off. I'm going to put 5,000 in myself, because I would never come to the community and ask you to do anything that I wasn't already doing myself. So I'm putting 5,000 in as a bit of a starter, just like I did exactly with the last one, with the development wallets, with the marketing fund, the whole works. So anytime I've actually put up anything like this, I've also donated to it myself. So, all right, and I also talk a little about a white paper as well. So we're going to do a white paper, possibly 5 to 6 dozen pages long for the longer one. The shorter one will likely be 4 to 6 pages for a white paper. 4 to 6 pages seems pretty good because it's long enough we can get some, some decent information. We don't want it to just gloss over the facts. Like we've already got some. Again, if you go have a look at promotedgb.com, man, that's a lot of shilling for promotedgb. If you go have a look there, they've got some really cool pictures, and one of them is a document that's basically like I think it's a 1 or 2 page document that basically highlights everything cool about DigiByte. We're multi-algo, our block timings, our transactions per second, and all that sort of stuff. And so it's really cool. But this will give us a little bit more room to go into detail about some of them, why it's important. But then this longer one, this will be 5 to 6 dozen pages. So I've been having a chat. You might have seen him on Reddit, Xenobiologist. He and I are going to be. We've already started on a much longer white paper. Now this one, he does a lot of academic stuff outside of DigiByte, and we're basically thinking we're going to go into details on everything from DigiShield to the multi-algo to what's been going on with, who are they, Verge, how they've had issues. So he made a really cool post about that recently as well. Actually, maybe we should look that up real quick, because that could be some really cool stuff to talk about. And so we're going to go into everything in really like nitty-gritty details, how we can scale and stuff like that. So let's have a look here. Subreddit is kind of dead. Oh, really? Anyway, why the Verge needs DigiShield now? Let's open this up. Okay. So here we go. He's gone and done a whole bunch of writing about this. Yeah. Why was I coming here? I was coming here to talk about it. What was I going to say? Yeah. So this whole thing that happened with Verge. So we're diverting a little bit here from DigiByte, but let's take this opportunity to just bag on Verge for a little bit, because this whole thing that happened was like terrible for them, but it was hilarious at the same time. Let's bring this up. Let's see if this is it. So I wake up first thing in the morning at some stupid o'clock hour for whatever reason, and I find this. And so OC Miner is one of the admins for Supernova. They're one of the bigger mining pools, and they do mining for DigiByte as well. They do mining for Verge. They do mining for Zcash. They do mining for everything. So this is hilarious. It sucks for them, but it's still hilarious. And if you didn't laugh about it, you would probably cry. But they had an attack on their network. And he goes into some details in here. They mined another 12,000 blocks again. Oh, damn. Yeah, so long story short, I think this attacker has gone and made off with around about 16 million worth of Verge coin. Oh, he has gone and edited this. I haven't been back to this first page. Wow, okay, that looks like a whole lot of drama. Anyway, so long story short, DigiShield. Yes! DigiShield would solve their problems. We're not vulnerable to this. DigiShield. So one of the really funny things is, what happened is they had one algorithm that was mining one after another after another after another every second, basically, and they were messing with the blocks and setting a fake timestamp, and so they made off with 16 million worth of Verge. 16 million worth. Now, this is totally, that sucks. But DigiShield, if they had DigiShield, the way that DigiShield works is in a number of ways, but one of the things is, if there are 5 blocks in a row that are all mined by, let's say, SHA-256, the Bitcoin algorithm, the next block can't be that. Not at all. Not happening. Got to be something different. Doesn't matter which of the other 4 it is, it can't be that one. So if these guys were to try this attack, they'd get 5 blocks maybe, and I mean, obviously we're not vulnerable to it, but they'd get 5 blocks in a row, and then they'd be stuck. Like, what are they going to do? Something else has to mine it, and they're, they'd have to start the attack attempt again, and even then, it's still not a guaranteed attack. They're still not guaranteed to find the block at the time, and things. Yeah. So, if the Verge guys go ahead and implement DigiShield, like, it'd solve them so much pain and heartache. But anyway, so they went through and they were hastily trying to fix it, and they didn't fix it, and they messed it up, and they did a hard fork without realizing it, and it's kind of funny. It really is. I feel so sorry for the poor guys that were trying to work on it, but yeah. Anyway, so we've had a good laugh at these guys now. We've talked a bit about the proposal here, the white papers, what have we talked about? The Android wallets, the iOS wallet is coming as well. We're out now on Koinomi on iOS, and we're out on Abra. Let's have a look. Mass tweet DigiShield to them. Yeah, we could. So we get a lot of people asking us, going, "Whoa, why don't you guys help them?" And actually, let's see if I can do some quick. Let's see how good my Google foo is. All right, let's do a search for Dogecoin implement. Let's quickly look this up and see if I can find out a bit about DigiShield. DigiShield. No, I can't find it. Anyway, long story short, back in the day. So, yes, 2014. My Google foo on point. Let's hope this works. Boom. Okay. No, I don't want notifications. Right. So, I feel like I've possibly even like missed a little bit of that off the side there. Moving it, moving it, moving it. Anyway. Yes, you can still teach an old Doge new tricks. Okay, so Dogecoin. Long story short, 4Q multi-pools are a pain. Do they talk about DigiShield? Yes. Okay, the update is the DigiShield difficulty algorithm. This was developed by the team at DigiByte who allowed Dogecoin to use an integration serve community spirit. Well, we're open source, so that's kind of not entirely true. As far as I'm aware, the Dogecoin guys actually worked relatively actively with the DigiByte developers. Now, back in the day, so they talk about it a little bit here. The way that this works, so this is really cool. I'm going to teach you a little bit of history, because not a lot of people were around back in 2014 when this was happening. When was this? February? March. Okay, that's cool that it's actually still around. So, multi-pools. What was happening was you would find pools would jump in and they would mine a coin. So you would... Everything back then was script, basically. Almost everything was script. And so what would happen is, let's say there's 1 gigahash worth of mining power right now, powering the whole entire Dogecoin network back in 2014. I'm plucking these numbers out, but you'll get the drift. So let's say there's 1 gigahash. Now this big multi-pool comes along, and it has everybody's graphics cards that are mining all of these different pools and things, and they rock on up, and they've got, let's say they've got 9 gigahash on this particular pool. So immediately 51% attack. That's bad, of course, but it gets better. Difficulty is low, and what's the difficulty retargeting time for Dogecoin? It's I think it's like 2 hours or something like that, or it used to be. Dogecoin now takes 4 hours. Okay, well let's roll with 4 hours. Anyway, so you can mine it. Let's say you can mine it profitably for at 1 gigahash per second, and then a multi-pool shows up, and they throw 9 gigahash at it. So there's now a total of 10 gigahash. Right. So difficulty after 4 hours of them being able to mine it profitably. It's not even 4 hours, because they show up with so much that they reach the number of blocks so much faster, and so like for example, if it was 4 hours between the difficulty retargeting for Dogecoin, it would find all of those particular blocks after like 15 minutes. Then difficulty goes up to readjust and account for the fact that there is now 10 gigahash instead of 1 gigahash, right? So then the mining pool goes, well, it's no longer as profitable for us to mine. We're going to go over and we're going to start mining DigiByte, or we're going to start mining Litecoin. So they often bugger off. Now, everybody else who's still mining Dogecoin is sitting there stuck with a difficulty at 10 times what it should be. So where a normal coin, let's say for example, if we look at Litecoin, is 2.5 minutes, it would then take 10 times that long to find the next one. So instead of 2.5 minutes, we're talking 25 minutes. Why is this bad? That's bad because you're only finding one coin every 25 minutes. So all of a sudden, your profitability is down. So you're going to disappear and you're going to go do something else. You're then, instead of mining Dogecoin, you're going to go mine DigiByte or whatever. Long story short, Dogecoin and even DigiByte. So DigiByte's network stalled. I think it was for like 12 hours one day or something, just after this sort of attack had happened in January, not long after the coin had been launched, as we suffered from a multipool. And it happened a number of times to Dogecoin, and basically, DigiShield single-handedly, as far as I'm concerned, it is literally the only reason why Dogecoin is still around today. There is no other reason why how it would have survived. Like even things like what's the other popular one, Komodo gravity well, even those wouldn't have saved Dogecoin basically from the huge influx and then the outflux and things like that. So the problem is does Dogecoin ever actually talk about this? See, I've come full circle now. I'm back to where I was before I started my rant. Does Dogecoin ever talk about DigiShield? Does Zcash ever talk about DigiShield? What about, what's another one? Monacoin? Nope. What about Bitcoin Gold? Nope. Nobody talks about it at all. So I've seen a lot of people asking, why don't we reach out to the Verge developers and help them? Well, two reasons. Number one, it takes development time. And if we had a boatload of developers and a boatload of spare time up our sleeve and things like that, then, maybe. I mean, there's nothing to stop, our developers from reaching out to them anyway. I'm not going to stop them. They do whatever the hell they want, whatever. But it takes time, and at the moment they're busy working on the wallets. They want to get the wallets out because the wallets are pretty important. But on top of that, there's actually no recognition. So what's the point? Like, that's great that they just get to up and leave and hey, cool, Verge is fixed now. Yay, good for Verge. But that doesn't help DigiByte. They're not going to make a song and dance going, thanks DigiByte, you saved us again, like a kid's cartoon kind of thing. You saved the day again. No, it's not. It's not how it works. Like Zcash, Ubiq, Monacoin, Bitcoin Gold, Dogecoin. None of them ever talk about DigiShield. Never. It's really cool stuff. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it's really cool stuff, and they possibly should, but they don't have to. How often do we actually talk about the fact that we were forked from the Litecoin codebase originally? Now, when I say forked, I don't mean forked as in like you have your Bitcoin becoming Bitcoin Cash fork, but I mean just we used their original wallet, their core wallet code, which again in turn is based off of Bitcoin. So, cryptocurrencies don't start off and go, yeah, we were based off of the Bitcoin code base or whatever. Anyway, maybe we should a little bit more. Maybe we should be a little bit nicer to... Can you imagine me being nicer to Litecoin? Oh, man. Anyway, let's have a quick look. Now that I've gone on for a little bit, let's see what everyone's saying. What's the status with Trezor integration? Trezor integration, good question. I think that they are... It's Trezor and... There's a couple of hardware wallets. Trezor, I think I've got in touch with, and I'm waiting to hear back from them about. Basically, they haven't created their own servers to use to integrate with the DigiByte blockchain. So it's really interesting. One of the things that I found out is a lot of exchanges even don't run their own full node. Like, that's kind of crazy, but they don't. They literally just piggyback off of public blockchain explorers. So, you know what, let's just close that because it's got ads and things. They literally just piggyback off of public blockchain explorers. How stink is that? Whatever. That's totally cool. It's better that we can trade, I suppose, on the platform than not at all. So, the same thing goes for these guys. They're not actually running their own full node for DigiByte. They want to use somebody else's. And so it's at the point where I've actually spun up some servers myself as well for them to use it. I've said, hey, look, here you go. Fire away. Use this particular server. It'll work well for you. Once they've got enough of a volume and enough users, then they'll end up making their own, and using their own rather than piggybacking off somebody else's. But for the time being, it's there and it's ready. And I've talked to them and I've basically said, here you go. Balls in your court kind of thing. So we're still just waiting for that. That's basically so it's Trezor, Ledger. Damn, there's another one. I forget. Same thing, like, so Exodus wallet as well. We've also got some server that they're going to use. And that's actually in the Eden beta at the. Actually, do I have that? I wonder if I can. No, no Eden. Give me 1 second. Oh, it's Exodus Eden. That's probably why. Okay. Did you talk to? Yeah, welcome to Eden. Okay. Oh, that's right. I was messing around with it. The new version is available. Right. So this is the Eden wallet. This is basically the same as the normal one, but it's all of the latest beta stuff. So you can now go to exchange, and let's say I've got some Bitcoin. I can then come in here and I can go down to DigiByte. So it's a really cool way to onboard your friends and to get them into DigiByte if they've already got like a little bit of Bitcoin, maybe. You can also use things like buying from localbitcoin.com, for example, or localethereum.com, which makes it even easier. They don't have to sign up and wait for an exchange, or they can use an exchange in their local one, whatever. So it's really cool, basically, that it supports DigiByte, and you can actually keep your DigiByte. Have I got it on the main page? DigiByte. Yes, I'm not holding anything in it. Whatever. You can use it now, and we're in their beta, and I've been having a chat with your developers. The guys are actually really cool there, the Eden guys. So that's been really awesome. They've been really helpful, and yeah, if you've got some DigiByte that you want to try their wallet out, by all means, go for it. Give it a whirl. So hopefully we'll be out of beta for for Exodus soon. Did I talk to Edge Wallet? I think they were the one that I tweeted at or something, or they tweeted me, and Cool Wallet's the one as well that Patrick was reviewing. They were the one that looked like the card, I think. Yeah. So we've talked with both of them, still nowhere specifically further. It's kind of hard because you message somebody, but I don't think all too often they take you terribly seriously because they simply get so many shitty ICOs going, hi, please list us. Hi, please list us. Like, the number of, that burns a lot of bridges with wallet vendors and things like that because every man and his dog can make an ICO and they just want to get listed everywhere. So, very happy to store DigiByte in the Nano. Yeah, I think that'll be cool. I think it'd be really awesome to have it on the Nano and Trezor wallets and all that sort of jazz. What's going on with DigiByte marketing? All right, let's have a chat about that. So, we've got a number of things that are in the pipeline. Tom Credlin's still working away, so he got an article. Where was that article actually? Where is it? I can't find it now. How awesome is that? I can't even find it. He did an article on, I think it was Huffington Post or something, which was cool. It was a good start. There's going to be more coming. I've been talking with him, and I've seen a lot of the reviews and stuff like that, and so even some of the articles, he might have to go back and edit like a dozen times for them to review it and things like that. So it's pretty crazy. But the dude's a really cool guy, and he's been working hard. So it's not like he's up and just basically disappeared. We'll be hearing a lot more coming up soon. I know that there's a bunch of things that are in the pipeline, so hopefully we get to see some of them come to fruition shortly. What other things are we doing for marketing? So the problem is that a lot of this is kind of hinging on the wallets. We need like everybody doesn't want to download the full blockchain, even though it's only like 8 to 10 gigs or something at the moment. It's stupidly tiny, but people just basically want to install an app on their phone and have it work and go, look, I got my phone, I've got my DigiByte, and that took me 10 seconds. Yay! So we'll get there. Actually, let's do that while we're talking about what's cool. Let's quickly bring this up because I like this. Where did it go? What's the name of it? Sorry, give me 1 second while I want to try and remember what this video was. I tweeted about it, didn't I? Just go have a look through Twitter history. That's even easier. Tweets. It's somewhere here. Give me a second. Jeez, I talk a lot on there. Yes! This one. Okay. So, let's go and screw it. Let's unmute this.
One of the DigiByte ambassadors actually reached out to us to do a demonstration of their beta version of the DigiByte iOS mobile wallet. This is not yet available to the public, but this is going to be used in the application process to Apple, so hopefully it is coming soon. So we do have 2 Apple iPhones here with the wallet already downloaded, and we are recording from a 3rd Apple product like requested. So when you first download the wallet, they are going to prompt you. First of all, it's going to sync in a couple minutes, guys. That's pretty awesome. They are then going to prompt you to set up a...
Okay, actually, let's quickly talk about that. So he says it's going to sync in a couple minutes. So this is one of the things that the guys have been working on. It's actually really cool. It's not even going to take a couple minutes to sync. So when you fire it up for the first time, it should just be there. So I don't even think that we're going to have a syncing process at the beginning now. It's basically just going to show up and that's it. You would just get like a 0 balance and you will be fully up to date. There won't be any checking for transactions, no nothing. So he mentioned that. It was accurate, but the thing is he published this a week ago? Yeah. So a lot's been changing, so.
Code. And then lastly, they're going to generate you a random 12-word phrase. This is going to be used as your paper wallet. You need
Can we
to
skip this? I'm going to skip this.
98 DigiByte worth receive button. This is actually my public address right here. I can share this on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, whatever it may be. Or I can simply have somebody scan my QR code, whether it be a peer-to-peer transaction or a merchant transaction here in the future. And then lastly, you got the menu over here. You have Security Center where you can change your
let's skip him talking about that.
There's Todd's public.
Okay. So we'll watch this really quick because this is pretty cool. And so this was like, I love this. I thought this was great.
Now you can see right here, this is actually Todd's public address right here.
Skip it
Processing
again.
time, the transaction will take 15 to 30 seconds to process. And the network fee for this 5,000 DigiByte is only 0.003 DigiByte, guys. That is extremely cheap. We're going to go ahead and hit send. It's then going to prompt me to do my 6-digit PIN. I'm not going to show you that for this purpose.
Let's just move the camera a little bit.
Last number. It's going to go ahead and say the money has sent. And boom.
And it's already played the ding.
It has received the 4,999
How freaking cool is that?
That within 2 seconds of me putting it.
So we're going to pause that. So it just changed right there in progress. So that says 60%. That means that it's already had the confirmation. Now I think this was actually done when there was an issue and it changed to 60% as soon as it got its first confirmation. But anyway, so long story short, that's it. It's already there. It's on the blockchain. Like it's had a confirmation already. How freaking fast is that, right? Like what a cool video. I love it. And I think that's actually something to like worth getting excited about. I think it's awesome. So let's close that. Let's quickly we'll have a chat as well about these. Some of you guys have been sending some messages. Let's quickly skim down through some of this. When is the algo swap? Soon. We're sorting the wallets out and we're probably going to do it after that. We're hoping to do a little bit with integration as well, so I feel like we're going to probably see a lot more around integration and real-world application over the coming year, and ways that you can spend and use, and ways for the blockchain itself to be utilized as well. I think a lot of this hinges on having those mobile wallets, so once we've got them, and man, they're looking cool, then we're going to go and we're also going to keep looking at improving them. We're also going to be doing the mobile UI revamp. But the mobile developers, I think, are probably going to keep doing some stuff along that path, and we've got some other developers who will be looking at the algo swap. The rate we're going, it's probably going to be like, what are we now? We're in April, so April, like May, June. I don't know. It could end up being like this month for all I know at this point. It probably won't. I don't think it will be this month. I'm just speaking aloud as it. Anyway, It'll probably be like July, June, July. Yeah, who knows? So once we've already been going through and reviewing a bunch of different algos and things, and once we've made some progress there, we'll end up like having a good chat with the community about it and going, we're looking to replace, like, let's say we're going to replace Grostel. We're going to replace Grostel because we think that we should use this. What do you guys think? Maybe, we're going to do this, and there'll be a bit of a chance for some dialogue and things. So I think part of the whole keeping it, what's the best way for me to phrase this? Look, just send us feedback if you have suggestions on it, even if you want it to stay like the 5 different things. I don't think we're going to keep 5 different ASIC-specific algos. That kind of defeats the purpose of being decentralized, and we want the security that comes from having some GPU mining algorithms. But send us your thoughts anyway. Like, send us a message in Telegram. Like, jump in maybe to the developers channel and have a chat with us, or start a thread on Reddit, or tweet at me. Just hopefully I won't get it first thing in the morning when I'm a grumpy ass. So. The biggest issue in the future will be exchanging to fiat. Yes, so one of the things that we're really excited for is more fiat to DigiByte pairings. So everything from, we've got it in like everything from like the Indian rupee. We're still trying to find easier ways, like the American cryptocurrency market's a big one, so we want obviously that, and same for like China, Japan, Korea as well. They're all big on crypto, so USD pairing is key. We need Gemini, Kraken, Coinbase. Yeah, yep. I'll just nod with that and agree. Yep. Anyone can answer crypto ads on Google. Yeah, they've banned it. Why is Binance and Coinbase so blind to DigiByte? That's a really good question. So, look, actually, I tell you what, let's quickly go back. Let's go to my profile. Where's my profile? Let's just do this. Okay. I did it back here. Where is it? Many fillings of ICOs. Ongoing listing attempts for Binance. Okay, February. Back in February, we were still doing, like, I think it was, even just on Bittrex alone, I think we were doing like 25 million in trade volume or something like that per day. Like, that's a lot. Now, the funny thing is so where I talk about it here, we'd been, 4 dozen exchanges. Hey, actually, we're on 60 now. It just keeps ticking along. My goodness. Do I mention? Yeah, so we've applied a total of 4 times. Twice for the standard application and twice for the community coin of the month. We were unsuccessful to get in the running for community 6. So this is what you could see on screen after you've submitted your application for it. It's like, thanks, yeah, it's just a Google form. They've changed it every single time as well, so every single time we humor them and we go through and we fill it out. Like, I'm not too sure if any of you have actually done it and gone along just for, the hell of it to have a look. It's like 7 pages worth of. It's more than 7 pages actually. I wonder if I've got some. I can't find the pictures. I've got screenshots of me like filling it in every single one. I think it's actually closer to like 10 or 11 or 12 pages worth of stuff. Anyway, so back when we did this, we were doing 25 million worth of fees. Now, if you're talking your fees are 0.5%, even 0.25%. So let's go 25 million. Let's go US dollars times 25. Let's see how bad my Google math is. Really? That can't be right. Times 0.25. 6 million US dollars? What the hell have I done wrong? No, that's looking better. Yeah, okay. So that'd even be making like, yeah, like 120 grand a day if they were doing that kind of volume. And let's be honest, that's why people want to get on Binance, is for a pump and dump, because of the volume. Everyone's like, we just need to get on there for, the extra hands for investors and things like that. Whatever. If people actually want to buy DigiByte, we're on 60 freaking exchanges. Like, it's not difficult to buy it if you actually really want to. So, yeah, it would be great for price short term, I'm sure. But like, don't try and pull the wool over our eyes. We're not born yesterday. So anyway, they could have made, so they're listing free. I thought it was $100,000, but apparently now for some ICOs they're even allowing $75,000. Now I talk about this a little bit on the AltCoin Full podcast. I did another podcast with them a couple days ago. I'm not too sure. It's probably, what time is it in the States now? It's probably actually up in the States right about now. So go check out the AltCoin Full podcast. You can look it up on iTunes. You can look it up on Google Play Music. Let me have a look. AltCoin Full podcast. It's in the chat. So that's the one. AltCoin Full podcast. Let's have a quick look. Someone said, do I want to link that video? Yeah, actually, why not? Let's just pop that in the history real quick, because that's a cool video. So the AltCoin Full podcast, go look them up on iTunes and look them up on Play Music, and there's also another Android app, and I think they're also on Spotify. They got me on, I think it was episode 24 or 20, let's go music. What did they keep me on? Episode 25 or episode 24? Anyway, so they just got me on again for the second time because for some silly reason they seemed to like me, and we had a good time, and it was a great show. So I can't bring it up because I'm signed in as DigiByte right now. Damn, that's okay. Anyway, why didn't I go and let's make that a little bit bigger again? Yay! So anyway, go check out the AltCoin Full podcast because they're cool, and I talk on there about the. So they nicknamed this one. They nicknamed this episode the DigiShat episode because they did their best to just shat all over DigiByte, and it was cool because I talked with them about it, and I said that they could, and whatever. I mean, yeah, they can ask me any questions they want. I'm pretty much an open book. Now, they do a really good job of trying to pick holes in DigiByte. I don't think that they did pick any holes, but they tried. But I would love for some of you guys to go and have a listen to it. So this will be episode 30, and it's due out basically. If it's not out now, it should be out. Actually, I've got my cell phone here. I'm signed in. Let's quickly have a look, because before I go sending everybody off and going, go have a look. AltCoin Full podcast. AltCoin Full. Is it out? No, only episode 29. It's also really funny because episode 28 came out after episode 29. Anyway, it'll be out within the next 24 hours. Like, bookmark it, go have a listen to some of their older stuff. It's great. And they've got me on the next one that comes out. It must be tomorrow. So go have a look and check it out because they're cool. They're really cool guys. They do some cool stuff. And they talk about, basically, we spend half the episode bagging on Litecoin. And we spend the other half of the episode standing up for DigiByte. So it's really cool. But I also talk a little bit about Digi-ID. So now's probably a really good time to mention we've got another developer bounty. Actually, have I still got this here? Where's my bounties? Bounties. No. Come on, bounties. The DigiByte Bounty Fund. Yep, okay. So, some of you might remember this from March the 8th. What are we today? It's a month on. Cool, okay. So, the DigiByte Bounty Fund, where we basically say down here, we want the sync and rescan issue and update the iOS stuff. Okay, so we've done that. The next bounty, bounty number 3, was for the mobile wallet UI redesign. And that's going quite well. We've been doing a bit of a... we should check up on that. Let's check up on that. We've been doing a poll to allow the community to decide what you want the mobile apps to look like, and we've already got some people in mind that we think would be good developers to try and implement it. Our existing guys are absolutely top notch, so one of them will possibly. But anyway, the final one, Digi-ID. So let's talk about Digi-ID because this is really cool. So the way that it works, actually, I'll show you one of the things. So basically, you've got your wallet here. Let me bring up my wallet. Oh, damn. This one. So, what's going to happen is... Hang on, let me bring up the other screen for a second. Sorry, guys. Okay. You've got your cell phone here. You bring up your DigiByte Wallet app. I'm presuming, actually, you'd probably have to authenticate to make sure that someone hasn't gone and run off with your phone, but this is one of the things that's going to be discussed as part of the bounty. Right, so what you would then do is you can go send, and you can go... Where's my scan button? Scan. And it will give you a... Hey, look, it's going to be me, but anyway, whatever. So it'll scan. Yay. And what you'll do is you'll end up scanning a QR code. Now, for Digi-ID, you will then basically authenticate to a website with this. So rather than having to remember your username, your email address, your password, doing a second one-time shot password and all of that stupid stuff, right? All you have to do is scan it just like you're going to send somebody some DigiByte. Now, why is this secure? This is secure because your private key is only known to you. Nobody else knows it. Nobody else ever gets a copy of it. The public address, though, like, that's cool. You can give that out to any Tom, Dick, and Harry out there. Everybody can have your public address. It's totally fine. So there is a lot of security implications from us doing Digi-ID, and I think it has the potential to really change a lot of online security problems and to fix them and things. And so this is going to be our 4th bounty, which we're about to put up some more posts about and things like that, and go into some more details. So the way that basically we've got a lot of the back-end stuff. Now, anybody who's done any of our translations will know we've got a lot of the back-end stuff is in there right now. What we need to do is basically make it look pretty. We need to spice it up. We need it to just work. We need it to be a nice flow through the app. We need it to be intuitive and all that sort of jazz, like maybe some kind of initial walkthrough. So that's what our last bounty is going to be for, is the integration of Digi-ID into the 2 mobile wallets. How cool is that? So that's going to be coming. I'll talk a little bit more about that. I talk a little bit about that also in the AltCoin Full podcast. Again, go check them out. Jeez, I'm all in a shilling mode today. First, promote DGB.com. Go check them out. AltCoin Full podcast. Go check them out. Actually, it's really funny because the AltCoin Full guys, we kind of have like a little bit of a bit, and they called me out after the last time because I was the one who tweeted about their show, and they got an extra like 200 views or something like that out of it. Like, that's not bad, but I know that we've got a really big community. So let's show up in force and actually just check out episode 30. Like, let's go have a look at it. I don't know how far this will reach, but let's do it. Let's go check out the AltCoin Full podcast because the guys there are really cool, and have a listen to episode 30. Anyway, so quickly, let's go back over and try and wrap this up because we've been going for an hour now, and I was only hoping to go for like 45 minutes, but whatever. So, why is Binance and Coinbase so blind to DigiByte? I don't know. They'd make their coins back. That was one of the things. So yeah, that got me into the AltCoin Full rant. They reckon it's only 75 grand now. They'd make that back in a day on the trading fees on DigiByte. So I really don't understand. I think it's stupid myself, but whatever. I'm not a anyway. Let's go scroll back up. Especially after they pumped Centracoin. Yeah, how ironic is that? Yeah, Centracoin. Gotta stop bashing Binance on Twitter. Why? I mean, like, is it honest what you're talking about? If you're being honest, whatever. Screw it. Banks can't stop the blockchain, but they will try and restrict fiat currency exchange. Yeah, probably. Want to link the video? Yes, I linked the video. Let's have a look. Keep going down. Fiat and Aussie dollars to the DigiByte's the easiest. CoinSpot. Yeah, so I saw CoinSpot. That looks really cool. It's converting DigiByte from the hard wallet to fiat. That's difficult. Okay, so CoinSpot, how was that? Because I saw that they got in touch with me a month or two ago, and I think I signed up to be one of the beta users and stuff like that. Okay, so CoinSpot's good for Aussie dollar. I think they even take New Zealand dollar. Yes. Wait till Poloniex starts pumping again. Maybe. Look, exchanges come and go, and they've changed so many times over the last even just 4 years since I've been involved. It's actually hilarious. Like, Binance are literally just the flavor of the month because everybody likes to pump and dump on there. So whatever. I'm not personally too worried about us not being on Binance. So screw it. People must relax. DigiByte will be all over $2 by the end of the year. Now, I don't like to specifically speculate on the price, but have a look at some of the trading technical analysis. Have a look even just at the fact that we are 1,000-to-1 ratio of DigiByte versus Bitcoin. Have a look at the fact that you get Ripple. Ripple is terrible. I don't like Ripple. It's great for what it is, but so many people want it to be a transactional currency. It's not going to be a transactional currency. It's a centrally issued freaking token from, yeah, and it has no use outside of Ripple Labs. Okay, so XRP, Ripple. Got them back to front, but you know what I mean, right? Ripple Labs Go. Who the hell is going to use XRP? Nobody. Nobody cares about it. That's one use case right now is for Ripple Labs and all the stuff that they're doing. And if they have 100 billion of them, and they've already got like, how many have they got currently released? 40 billion, and Ripple Labs still holds the other 60 billion. That's 4 times as much as us, and they were worth what, like $3? Do the math. Like, it's not rocket science, whatever. We are way freaking cooler than they are. They simply have marketing. That's all that it is. We've got this far without marketing. Marketing's coming. You know, figure it out. It's not hard, whatever. La la la. Flo is always causing shit on Twitter. Yeah, good on him. I like it. It's fun. Makes for a good read. I had a good rant the other night. It was funny. I did like 12 tweets in a row. I did 12 tweets in a row. I didn't get any flack at all from it. It was great, and that stuff was pretty controversial, so whatever. Let's keep going down. After more than 4 years, DigiByte should be a top 20 coin in CoinMarketCap. It's worth it. Okay, actually, let's do something really cool here right now. Check this out. CoinMarketCap.com. Let me make sure that I can actually see this. Let's shrink me down, and I'll just move this over here a little bit more so that you can see. Okay, CoinMarketCap. Right. Now, how the heck do I do this? Coins. Filter, non-mineable. Do that. Have a look. Okay, actually, so let's just go coinmarketcap.com. Alright, so if we come down here, where are we? 59. Go us at 59. Look at us go. Hey, we're just over BAT. Alright, so if I ran coinmarketcap.com, like, this is cool and all, but as far as I'm concerned, this is the only view that matters. You go to coins, and then you filter non-mineable. Now, where's DigiByte? Number 19. Okay? Because the rest of them are not mineable, and because they're not mineable... Oh, I don't really have time to go into this rant tonight, do I? I really don't. Let's save this for another night. Let's actually do that. We'll do another rant where I will go on about why being non-mineable matters, and why I don't even think that you should have things like Dash, where parts of it go to their DAO fund, or Zcash, where 10% whatever goes through to their... It's not a foundation, but it is a foundation, whatever. Like... Let's do that. Let's save that for another video. Let's maybe try and do that. Maybe I'll do that next week. We'll do one next Sunday for me, which will be Saturday for you, and if it's at like 2 o'clock for me, it'll be 7 o'clock for the States and stuff, and hopefully it's a little bit of a better timing on the weekend. Let's do that. We'll go back and we'll have a really good rant later on. So, if you filter by mineable, which as far as I'm concerned is the only one that really matters, all the rest are basically just like ICOs or centrally distributed tokens like Ripple, right? So, all you're doing by buying Ripple is making some dude rich. Some other dude rich that's not you, right? Like, okay, whatever. Don't get me started, guys. Jeez. Anyway, so after more than 4 years, it should be in the top 20. Yeah, we're in the top 20, right? So, number 19. That's top 20 as far as I'm concerned, and we have every chance to basically make it right up there. Like, as far as I'm concerned, we could be a higher volume than Ethereum one day. Like, it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. It really wouldn't. I'm just the DigiByte police sick of being associated with shitcoins when in fact we're better than 90%. Yeah, exactly. So Flo says he's sick of being associated with all those shitcoins. Same. And I'm kind of at the point I don't mind calling them out as well. I feel like DigiByte is legit. Support them all the way. Thank you very much. That's awesome. CoinSpot has some identity registration process. Do they? That's kind of cool. It's good, I guess. Like, it protects them, protects you. I think. Yeah. Yeah, let's not go on a rant about that as well. Can someone name one coin in CoinMarketCap that is primed like DigiByte? One thing that DigiByte needs is now some dApp development. Yeah, so that's actually really interesting. We support DigiByte script. Actually, if I got my digibyteguide.com/div. Where is it? Here. Okay. Let's check this. Have a look at this. So these are DigiByte docs. Not a lot of people go here, but we've got it, and I don't actually remember how to get to it, but docs.digibyte.io. Remember that one. Actually, let's pop it in the chat here, just for later. Docs.digibyte.io. Now, this gets really cool, because you can come down here to script. Do you know what script is? Anyway, no, we aren't Turing complete. We're not like Litecoin, but yes, you can do scripts. You can do a whole lot of really cool stuff with it. Smart contracts, basically. Yeah, you can do it. It's all there. We talk a little bit about a whole bunch of stuff in this page. It's obviously, like, I don't understand half of it, I'll be frank, but I can read along with it, and... Well, sorry, actually I do. Okay, so I understand it, but I can't write it. So anyway, you can do smart contracts on DigiByte. You can do distributed applications. We're even looking at doing things like color coins and stuff like that. So there's a whole lot of really cool stuff. Actually, color coins is that. Check this out. Coloredcoinsnote.org. This one. Why is the website so slow? Framework for digital currencies. Guess what works with DigiByte? Yep, colored coins. Anyway, so something to keep in mind. Go have a bit of a nosy about if you're curious. Let's keep quickly going through these and we'll wrap this up real quick. Name one coin and CoinMarketCap that's primed like DigiByte. That was what I just read. Release the design at the same time with the app, please. I know it's more work. The problem is it's a shitload of work, and the wallets could honestly, like, they could be out any day now. So why would we want to not release them for another month or two? Like it could genuinely take some of them like a couple of months of part-time development. So there's a lot that's going to go into the wallet UI overhaul. We were actually going to go and have a quick look at that as well. Where are my tweets? Yeah, there we go. Look, great rant. Yeah, 12 of them. Woo. Anyway. Where are we? Holy moly, look at that. That's not some bad, 1,000 votes. You guys could do better. Go, like, reshare that and get some more people to vote. They're all pretty cool designs. I really love them, and we're going to send out DigiByte to all of those 4 people as well, just to say thanks. They got to the final voting round and stuff, so yeah. But at the moment, Demir's out quite a bit in front, and I love his design too. Let's quickly bring them up. Screw it, why not? We've got a second. Let's do it. This is Dennis' design. It's actually really cool. He's gone and put a lot of work into it with the... oh, he didn't have it in here. Anyway, he talks about the curve in that particular... what is it? Anyway, I like the design. Let's keep going through it real quick. Fuff. Real nice kind of like... it's very similar to the current one, I suppose. He's gone through and kept to the kind of the blue and things as well. This is, whose is this one? Disorbital. That's quite cool. I like that. I like the red as well. New Zealand dollars. Why would somebody choose New Zealand dollars? I wonder if he's from New Zealand. What do you know? Anyway. Again, looks cool. And then we have Demir's suggestion. We had a tweet from one of the guys who's been working on the Android wallets. He's an incredibly talented designer and programmer, and he basically said that this is going to be a pain in the ass to develop, which I thought was hilarious. It probably will, because it is all, like, everything is so completely different. But it looks pretty, right? Like, anyway. So, yeah, we're at 55% for Demir at the moment. Good job. Let's quickly skim through this. Shill. What was that about? Was that me, or was that someone shilling something else? Universal wallets are the future. Yeah, possibly. I don't know. Why would you need a wallet that holds everything if basically all you deal in is just DigiByte? Don't know. Hi all, great follower of DigiByte, retweet a lot about it. Crypto guru, DigiByte is the future and I believe it will thrive. Sweet, I found a simple Fabian, maybe depending on your location. Let's have a quick look, skimming through. I really need to keep up with this. Josiah, your religion. Hell yeah. People don't realize Ripple is centralized. DigiByte is a million times better? Million? Yeah, that's only a million. Nah, we're more than a million times better. Decentralized 5 multi-algo is more secure and could go on and on about the coin. Yes, I completely agree. Josiah is an amazing ambassador. Thank you so much. Very handsome. Ah, yes, my wife thinks so too. Blockchain middleman, huge believer in DigiByte. Tom Cridlin confronts me on Twitter. He might add DigiByte for his clothing lines. Yeah, so he's been looking at doing some stuff like that, but we're not specifically wanting him just to engage with him, just so that the Tom Cridlin fashion line can do stuff with the whole like validation with the blockchain and things like that. That's not specifically why we've engaged him. We've engaged him to do PR. So if he does that as part of it as well, how freaking cool would that be? I think that would be fantastic. So, good on him. I have a website selling clothing for my business. Can't wait to integrate DigiByte for payments. So you can already do that. There is CoinGuide, I think, is the easiest one, and one of the things that we're going to be looking on I think actually we might even do some more fundraising for this, is actually get people to write us some plugins so that you can receive DigiByte. Now I don't want us to go changing it for US dollars or whatever. I think it would be cool if we actually kept it specifically like in DigiByte. So I run a small ISP on the side and you can actually pay with DigiByte. And we will take that DigiByte. No changes to New Zealand dollars. You'll pay with DigiByte and that's it. I think it's pretty badass. I'm not going to go linking it just cause, but yeah. So there, I think that if we go doing things that will integrate us with WooCommerce and Shopify, is it Shopify? What are all those other ones? Anyway, we'll potentially look at doing some more fundraising for that soon. Marketing needs a real boost. Sure, they started, but DigiByte is so underexposed. Yep, I'm going to agree there. I'm not going to muck around and I'll call it like it is. Dennis and Demir like them both. Yep, Demir's super. Yep, la la la. Anyway, every poll needs just for the results. Yeah. Unfortunately, Twitter will only let me add 4 options. I'm still quite new to it, but yeah. Anyway, so I thought, yeah, it needs like I just want to see what everybody else voted for. The funny thing is, I've had people message me going, I got fat fingers and I accidentally voted for, this person when I wanted the other person. So that's kind of funny. Anyway, when DigiByte hits $1, I'm going to fly you and your wife to South Africa for a great holiday. That sounds cool, man. Hey, look, shit, that could be within the next 6 months for all I know. Like, look at what's happened recently. Yeah, I'll hold you to it. I'll hold you to it. Message me when it gets to $1. That sounds like great fun, man. And I'll come out. Look, I tell you what, we've already done. There was Blockchain South Africa, where Jared's already spoken. If it gets to $1, fly me out there and I'll talk at some other thing as well. I think that'd be freaking cool. Do you know where we can watch the Harvard Jared speech? No, I want to see it too because apparently it really kicked ass. Like, apparently it was incredible, and I'm dying to hear from it. Apparently it was filmed, but we're just waiting for it to get online. So as soon as I find out more about that, yeah. Twitter should have a button for results. Yeah, Twitter should. There's a lot of things Twitter should add, like decent, what's the word, like management and stuff for your post and flagging spam. Look, if you ever see somebody, the whole I give you, like, how do they phrase it? If you send 0.25 of an ETH, we'll send you back 2.5. Who honestly falls for that? I don't know, but people are dumb, and people do, and it's really stupid. But that's one of the, like, if Twitter were to implement something, that's what they need first, because, anyway. So, Dan, we've gone on for an hour and 20 minutes. This has actually been fun. Let's come. We'll reschedule the rant let's try and aim for maybe like 2 p.m. Sunday my time, which will be 7 p.m. on a Saturday night in the States, PST, I think. We'll see how it goes. We can chop and change with the times and things a little bit, but I think that could be a lot of fun. Let's go and we'll have a bit of a rant about centralized versus decentralized. We didn't really get to it today, but let's do that. We'll talk about Ripple. We'll talk about even Dash and Zcash and their mining and how, yeah, let's have some fun with that. I tell you what, if you're curious, look up the starting for Zcash and the initial rewards and things like that. In fact, look up the history of Dash as well. I think Dash, it was their first like 72 hours or something were a complete disaster, and it's hilarious. So look that up too if you got a little bit of time, just out of curiosity, and you want to compare DigiByte to them. And yeah, at the same time, I'll talk as well about how DigiByte started and how we ended up getting the original Android and iOS wallets paid for and stuff too. So yeah, let's wrap it up. This has been cool, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And apparently as well, I'll quickly do 2 more things. Apparently I can schedule things on YouTube, so that's cool. Let's do that. And hopefully this time it's been a lot better quality because I'm not using the YouTube webcam, which is still in beta, and it was like real jumpy like last time, and it pissed me off no end. But anyway, this has been fun, so thank you so much, guys. This has been really cool. I'll see you in the next one.